Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Kai Sage here, bringing you back another video. This is my Is It Worth It to Transfer 2022 edition. Now, a few disclaimers before I even start this. Number one is that you cannot transfer your account. I got 400 questions on the last one I did, the 2021 edition. You cannot transfer your account. Doesn't matter if you're Xbox or PlayStation. Number two is that this is not to change anyone's mind. I'm not looking to try to convince people to transfer who they are dead set on not transferring. This is for people who are on the fence about if they want to transfer and if this will be a good move for them. It's also going to be realistic and let you know the drawbacks of what comes with transferring. So, with those two things knocked out, let's go ahead and get started. So, the first thing is that, like I said, you cannot transfer your account. So, you have to redo everything unless you buy an account. Now, I have restarted two accounts, my Veteran Hollows account and then my Kai Sage account. Both of those were started from scratch. It took me about 2 months to get PvP ready, and let this also be known that this is a PvP perspective, not a PvE. I PvE a little bit. I've been doing a lot more since I've been on my Kai Sage account. I've got some trial completions. Of course, I've always done the dungeon stuff, but this is going to focus solely on PvE, or PvP, excuse me. And so, getting ready for PvP is simple, especially when you know everything, especially when you know what sets are good, you know how to hit rotations in terms of like PvE so you can farm stuff faster, you know what gear to get when you start out. So, getting an account ready for PvP is not that difficult. Now, I understand people have work, people have other real life priorities. So do I. I'm a father, I work a full time job, and I still got my account ready in 2 months. It really does not take that long, I promise. Especially if you focus on like one character at the beginning, you just grind CP, you get some sets that you like. Especially, let's be honest, a lot of the good sets are crafted nowadays, so you can easily get a nice PvP build with just some crafted shit. Um, so those are a few of the positive things. Is that the grind is not that bad, um, and I know a lot of people hate grinding stuff, and they don't like, the whole starting over aspect of it. But that's what it is. Another thing to note is that this will be a costly thing. So this is one of the negatives. It's things you probably have had for so long you just don't even think about anymore, such as mount speed, mount stamina, things like that. You will spend a lot of money if you want to get ready, or you want to have your stuff ready to go sooner than later. So if you want to get that mount speed, that's what, 6,000 crowns right there. That's $40 per character. So obviously, could you just, could you just wait it out? Yes, but you'll be riding around a slow ass mount for quite a while. So, what, 20 hours a piece, 60 ticks. Let's be real, you're probably gonna not do it every 20-hour increment. So let's just say every 24 hours. It's gonna take you 60 days. That's 2 months basically to get your mount speed max out per character or every character. So, obviously, you can do them all at the same time, but it just depends on how dedicated you're going to be with that. So you could, but it would just take you a lot longer, um, because obviously I'm factoring in mount speed as part of the grind. So when you're doing Mage's Guild, things like that, if your mount is slow as fuck, it's going to take you a lot longer to do those things. Also, if you don't want to spend money, you have to farm Mage's Guild on everybody versus just doing it once and just buying it for every other team. So money is a big thing. It is very expensive to transfer. The PC itself is going to cost you, for one, and for two, everything you need in the game is going to cost you a lot of money. So, if you do not have money like that, I highly suggest, which is completely fine. I'm not, bashing anyone who doesn't have it like that. I got humble beginnings, so I understand that. But if you don't have it like that, it's not a good idea to transfer because it will be very expensive. Um, Another thing to note is performance. This is where the positives come back. So I've looked at the specs. I've did some reading. I've got some feedback for people who play on the new consoles because I never played on the new consoles. So for the old console users, your FPS frames per second cap is 30. New consoles it's 60. You're only at cap though, mind you, probably in questing areas. I would say your FPS probably drops 10 to 20, depending on how large the fight in PvP. If you look at the top of my screen, there's a FPS measurer, if you will. I have my game capped out at 100. This is so that way my computer doesn't have to work harder to get pretty much similar returns. Like I could go well over 200 frames on a computer like mine, but um, I don't need to because, like I said, the returns aren't worth it, and it makes my computer work a lot harder than it has to. So as you can see during this BG, I'm pretty much always at 100 frames, which is very normal, even in large Zerg v Zerg fights. Even if I'm close by one of those, I'm still sitting at around 100, maybe high 90s. Performance is exceptionally better. 9 months ago, I actually left PC because I don't know what the hell ZOS was doing, but performance even on PC was not good. People told me that the performance had increased exponentially, so I came back and it's been crazy. I don't know what they did over these past 9 months, but the game has worked literally better than it ever has, and I would never say that if it was not true. Another big thing is the player base. I know on console, at least from what I hear, and I remember, I mean, maybe things have changed over the past 2 years, year and a half, but I remember pretty much Blackreach, the off 30-day campaign, the non-main home campaign. It was pretty much never full. This entire weekend on PC, there's actually been a queue for Blackreach to get for PvP. So take that with a grain of salt. Some people like a smaller community. Some people like a larger community. I know a lot of PvPers' frustration is fighting these same fucking 15 players every goddamn day. When you play on PC, you will pretty much always see new players. Of course, you'll see some of the same because there's, the PvP everyday people. But you will see new people quite often. So a larger community is really, really nice. There's a lot of things I could get into. I don't try to be all over the place, but in short order, you have to think about this. Do you love the game? Is it worth it for you? So when I talk about like the performance upgrades, when I talk about the bigger community, when I talk about, the game just working better and being more enjoyable and having more fun with it. But then there's those drawbacks like the money shit, and then the fact that you have to have a PC and all that stuff. Is it worth it? If you don't really, really, really like ESO, it's not worth it. It's just not. Like I said, I'm not at the beginning. I'm not trying to change anyone's mind. I'm not trying to force anyone to transfer. This is solely just my real thoughts on it. The answer is yes. It is worth it. It was worth it for me to transfer. I've had a lot more enjoyable time on the game. There's just no game like ESO right now. There's not. And until that happens, which I've still played over here for a year and a half, so I wouldn't regret it anyway because I've gotten a year and a half of fun out of it. But, or about 2 years actually. It was worth it for me. Is it worth it for you? That's up to you to decide. Do you want better performance? Do you want to play this game for the next few years at least? Because this game is very lively on PC. Is it something you want to do? Is the question. I've talked about kind of the drawbacks. Feel free to ask me any questions, about my transfer, experience, how it's went, all that good stuff. Join my Discord, follow my Twitch. You could talk to me there, specifically in Discord. I don't respond to all my YouTube comments like right away, but in Discord, I'm pretty active there. So you could reach out to me a lot faster if you join my Discord. That'll be in the pinned comment below. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot more to say about this, other than it's your choice. I know there are a lot of console players transferring, so a lot of your favorite content creators are going to be here very shortly, Kirchhoff being one of them. I know I've been helping him, get all his shit together. And so it's worth the switch. I said this on Nice's video the other day. I truly don't think the game should have ever been released for console. They did an awful job because the reality is that the console version should not have everything that the PC version has. Which, speaking of that, actually, I forgot to mention add-ons. So when it comes to getting your account ready and grinding, add-ons are fucking amazing. There's a specific add-on called map pins. It shows you where every single lore book is at, and they disappear when you pick it up. Like, shit like that. You can literally do Mage's Guild in a few hours because of it. It's very nice. So, but the console version should not have had everything that the PC version has. The consoles just can't handle it. Or when they do patches, when they put changes in Cyrodiil, when they add new content, they need to make it in smaller quantities, smaller data quantities for consoles. They did a very poor job at maintaining the console version of the game. That's just the truth. It's unfortunate, but that's just how the world works nowadays. It's just a big money grab, and that's all people want to do. So, like I said, ask me any question you want to in the comments. Join my Discord if you want to talk to me a little bit more about this. Like I said, follow my Twitch. I'm really looking forward to get back to streaming soon. I don't know if I want to stay on YouTube with the streaming or go to Twitch. I guess we'll just see, how, what kind of following I can get. But that's all I got for you guys this time. You guys let me know your thoughts. Like I said, hit me up if you need anything or need any questions answered, and I will be there for you. I'll see you guys next time. Later.